guys, welcome back to Living the Gandy Life. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing my thrift bookstore haul that I made the other day, and I'm super excited about it. So every once in a while my husband will recognize that I'm a little bit introverted and sometimes I just need some me time. And sometimes I'll meet a friend for lunch, sometimes I'll go and peruse around Target, and other times I just head to the local thrift bookstores and just peruse every aisle and look at all of the books. Now, I just love books, and sometimes while I feel like I have Amazon on retainer for all of my purchases, sometimes I just can't pass up a good discount book that is still in perfectly good condition. So today I want to share what I found at our local thrift bookstores. So the first one is just the Hardy Boys. It's the very first one. Gabriel is my oldest, and he was just needing something new to kind of challenge him, something that would be a little bit exciting. And when I read on the back that it talked about cliffhanging suspense, he was super excited. So he actually started this one last night, and I'll have to let you know how he does on these. I just thought, I saw this and thought it would be a good one for him to jump into. And another one that I got for all of my boys is the car book. So their newest thing, their newest obsession is cars. And so this book just looks really fun. It has lots of different cars. It's all colorful, lots of pictures, goes through lots of different models, shows the insides, the interiors, lots of just different stuff for them to do. They like to take these books and use them to help sketch and to draw different things. So when I brought this home, they were super excited about this one. Now, the ones that I got that maybe they wouldn't be super excited about. For me, I got Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury, and only because I didn't have this one in my own collection, and I remember reading it in high school, and it was something that I wanted to make sure that I added for us in the future and to be able to have. So that one's for me, at least for now. So some other books that I want to share that I found are off of the Sunlight book list. So we don't particularly use the Sunlight curriculum, but we do like their book list. And so I have a list of their books that I just kind of keep with me, and I'm able to gauge which ones we have, which ones we don't. And if I find them for real cheap, then I'm happy to add them to our library. So I'll show you some examples. We got Sarah, Plain and Tall. I found Old Yeller. Now, it's really great because I'm finding these at a discount price and not, I mean, they're still in excellent condition. This one is The Witch of Blackbird Pond. So we can add this one. Found Swift Rivers. Secret of the Andes. Justin Morgan Had a Horse. And Tolliver's Secret. So all of these books that I just mentioned, all of these ones, they were on Sunlight's list. And I'm saying we found these for like $1. And, you know, they look used. Some of them look a little older. They might have a couple stamps from old libraries or the name of the person that owned them previous, but they're still in excellent condition. I'm happy to pay for them at a fraction of the cost. So that's a really great collection from Sunlight's book list there. Now, some other ones that I found, we have Number of the Stars, just another classic to add to my list to be able to have. If you've seen, we are reading The Tale of Despero, and this is by the same author, The Tiger Rising. So I found this one. It was super cheap, so I thought we would grab this one and we can add that to our reading list later. Now, some other ones. Let's see. I found this one. Okay, look how big this book is. Super big. I mean, other than the cover being a little mangled on the corners, excellent condition. This sucker was $2, all right? I got this guy for $2. It's huge, but it's just great. I love it. It's The Book of Virtues by William J. Bennett, and it's just a treasury of great moral stories. So it covers, I'm super excited about this one, but it's covering things like self-discipline, compassion, responsibility, friendship, work, courage, perseverance, honesty, loyalty, and faith. Now they have a kids version, which I'm on the hunt for if I happen to come across it, but I thought this one would be good in the meantime. But I'm super excited about this one. Just lots of excellent things to cover a lot of virtues, which I feel a lot of times are just missing in some education today. So I'm excited for that one. Now, some other ones that I found that go along with history but weren't particularly a part of any curriculum, book list, or anything. Some I just found that I thought would go. We have this one, Sacagawea and the Journey to the Pacific. So we are doing American history this year. I thought that one would be a good one. This one is Around the World in 100 Years, from Henry the Navigator to Magellan. So this covers lots of navigators, and like Christopher Columbus and John Cabot and Balboa, Ponce de Leon, lots of different ones, and we cover a lot of those things in our classical education grammar work. So I thought this one would be a good one to pull out. The chapters does have, it kind of shows where they are traveling to, the different people. So since we cover a lot of these, I thought they would be good. They're pretty short chapters, but we could pull this book out each time we cover a different explorer. So I thought that one was cool. The next one I have is the Gettysburg Address. And so this one it's just going through Abraham Lincoln's Gettysburg Address, and it just adds some illustrations to it. So I thought that one would be a good one to bring the Gettysburg Address to life. So we'll be covering that again in our American history. And this one is a Landmark Books Westward Ho, the Story of the Pioneers. And I thought this one is kind of funny. I kind of bought it for me. I read a historical fiction book earlier this summer about some people on the Oregon Trail, and was so intrigued with it that I wanted to know and learn more about the people who traveled on the Oregon Trail. So I saw this and thought it would be a good book. If I can get the kids to join me in it, great, but if not, I was kind of looking forward to looking through this book myself. All right, I have two more books to share with you. And these ones are kind of very similar. So I have A is for America. So while that is pertinent for this year, because we are covering America, I just love these alphabet books. The other one I have is P is for Peach. Now, we have a couple of these books already, and I really like them as companions for when we travel. So we really like to travel as a family and to make our traveling part of our education. So anytime we've traveled to a different state, I try to get the book ahead of time, and we read it while we're traveling. Our most recent one I bought was P is for Pelican when we were traveling to Louisiana. And it's so funny how many of the things we saw and experienced firsthand that were actually mentioned in the book. And it's really fun to bring those books to life. So these I just happened to find there, and I thought, why not add them to our collection? All right, guys, that's all I have as far as the books I bought. I know it seems like a lot, but I highly suggest, if you love books as much as I do, which I obviously do, that I would check out your local thrift bookstores, because it's a great way to build your homeschool library, but doing it on a budget. All right, so there you have it. I found lots of books that we're going to use for this current school year. I found some ones that I'm going to hold on to for the future, and some that I just thought they would enjoy reading and just for fun. So have you read any of these books? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a favorite? I haven't read a lot of these personally, but I'm really looking forward to it. So shoot me a comment in the bottom and let me know what your favorite book is. Or let me know any great finds that you've recently found at your own thrift bookstore. Thanks guys for watching, and I hope you had a very blessed day.